just make sure everyone's muted, and then mute everyone, and then I'll unmute myself, mate.
Okay, muting everyone.
Okay.
Okay, Red, unmute yourself and go for it.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Peter, and the rest of the UK and Ireland leadership team. I know there's a few people here, but I'll just run through who actually is the UK and Ireland leadership team. We've got myself, Redfern, Peter Rogers, who's there, and we've got Andy Burks, we've got Paul Angus, we've got Neil Parkinson, we've got Azza Khan, we've got Victor Ogumbaladi, we have Paddy McGuigan, who's with us as well here today, and also we've got Chris Johnson as well, and that's it, I believe. I don't think I've forgotten anybody. I'm sure somebody will tell me if I have. If you have any questions or you need any help within the UK and Ireland, we are with the non-passive. So drop us a line via our Facebook page, which is UK and Ireland, ONPASSIVE UK and Ireland. Okay, so we can help you out there. Like I said, this presentation takes about 25 minutes. If you've got any questions at the end and you're a guest, please hang around to the end and we can answer any of those questions. If not, get back to the person who has invited you here today. First off, excuse my voice and my nasal at the moment. I'm just getting over quite a big cold, so I'm a bit bunged up. So then, before we get started, I'm just going to cover a couple of questions that most people ask right at the beginning. So if we get those out of the way, then it'll calm you down and help you understand exactly what ONPASSIVE is a little bit more. And one of the first questions that people always ask us is ONPASSIVE legal? Yes, it is. It's 100% legal. It was first registered as an SSL company in the States in November of 2018. And subsequently, it's also been registered in India in January of this year as a limited company. This gives us the legal right to operate online anywhere in the globe. So we are completely compliant, we are completely legal. And as a side note as well, onpassive.com name, the domain name, has been registered for 10 years from the get-go. The other one is, can anybody join ONPASSIVE? Yep, they certainly can do. There is no qualifications. You don't have to know anything at all. All you have to do is to join. Everything else will be explained in this presentation to you. There is no qualifications. You don't need to know anything about IT. You don't need to know anything about computers, anything like that. All you need to do is to get in. The other thing that many people always ask is, excuse me, can I and anyone who I introduce to ONPASSIVE make a residual income with ONPASSIVE? Certainly can. This is exactly why you are probably looking at this opportunity right now, to generate a residual income for you guys. And not only can you generate a residual income, but also absolutely everybody that you bring along has the same opportunity as you. There is no tier methods or anything like that. Everybody has exactly the same thing. And the other one that people ask me before I get going is, how actually does ONPASSIVE make its money? Well, right now for this presentation, I'm going to introduce you to the founder's position. We haven't launched to the world yet, and we are actively looking for founders to join us on this journey before we go live to the world. Once we go live to the world, then we are going to be a customer-based business. That means people will physically be buying our products and services online. We are going to have digital products and services online, and this is how we make our residual income from the customers using these products. Okay, so let's get going then. So what is it we're going to learn in this webinar? Well, we're going to learn what ONPASSIVE is. We're going to learn who the person in charge of ONPASSIVE is, the guy who came up with the idea. We're also going to find out what the ONPASSIVE products and services are, why we actually do need these products and services now online. We're going to have a quick look at the current opportunity available online and why we are so different to what you normally see, and what the benefits are of this thing we call the founder's opportunity right now. So What exactly is ONPASSIVE? Well, for a start, we're a very, very real company. We have 2 physical offices now. One, which is our main office in Florida. This is where our CEO is. This is in Orlando, Florida. And we've got our main tech hub in a place called Hyderabad, India. This is 6 stories and it's in a place called High Tech City, Hyderabad. And it houses at the moment around about 500 to 600 staff. Now, this is there because we need to have physical staff to be able to run a business online. This is technicians, developers, support staff, and all the other people in between that is needed to have a physical presence online. All these people are working behind the scenes to produce our bespoke and proprietary products and services for you and the customers when we go to launch. So yes, we are a bricks and mortar asset company. We are an IT, informational technology, internet business that has artificial intelligence sewn in to its core. We are a complete online marketing business solution. A few pictures here of what our offices look like in Hyderabad, India. The bottom one there on the right-hand side is the new office in Hyderabad, 6 stories that's been completely refurbed to a very high standard, as you can see. If you want to take a quick look as well online, if you go onto Google and you type in ONPASSIVE and go to the satellite section, you can zoom in and have a look at this for yourself. There's many videos online as well of some of our leaders actually being shown around it, just to prove to you that it is an actual office, that it's not just a made up thing. Nothing about ONPASSIVE is fake. Everything about ONPASSIVE is real. This is why we love it so much. This is why we're so excited about it so much, because we are all sick of, excuse me, normal things that we see online. Also, a quick picture on the left-hand side there of what High Tech City looks like as well. So who's the main person behind ONPASSIVE? Is a guy called Ash Mufarah. He is our CEO, founder, and our visionary. He is a family man with wife and kids. He's also got, in his own right, 20 years of online business experience. He has been extremely good at everything he does online, and it's extremely successful. He is a multimillionaire in his own right, and he has made a lot of other companies very, very rich in his time of online by driving traffic and designing websites for them. But the one thing that always eluded him, he was very, very good at driving traffic, getting recruits and all the rest of it, but he could never do this for everybody else. What he could do, he couldn't emulate for other people. And he thought there must be a better way for everybody, the 97% of us, which is the likes of me and you and many other people as well, to give us a fair shot of making a residual income online. He went around looking for a company that would facilitate his needs for his ideas. He couldn't find that one. So he thought, do you know something? I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to design it and I'm going to develop it myself. So in order for him to do that, he went back to college. He got himself a Master of Information and Technology in e-commerce at MIT, and he even went back to Harvard for a short period of time to learn specifically about online business creation. And then back in July of 2018, ONPASSIVE was born. So before we get into the products of ONPASSIVE, let me just go through a few things about what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you as a founder. Now, everybody hates recruiting. Nobody likes recruiting because we've all been there before. We've gone to our friends, we've gone to our families once, twice, 3 times, and we get that look. Not another one of those internet things. We hate it. So what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you, it's going to do it all for you. 100% automated, hands-free. You do not have to do anything. So I'm going to tell you that again. With ONPASSIVE, everything is 100% automating. So there is no recruiting or converting of leads because we are physically going to be paying ONPASSIVE, the company, to do it all for you. They are also going to guarantee traffic. to recruit and convert these leads to your specific website that ONPASSIVE is going to build and design for you. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is be a founder. It is completely self-funding. That means we only pay twice out of pocket with ONPASSIVE, and the remainder comes out of the commissions that you will earn from the customers buying the products and services of ONPASSIVE. So it is self-funding. Everything is all done for you. Every imaginable tool for your success is accessible in one place. There is no copycat or recycled tech, because all those guys in India are developing it from the ground up, integrating artificial intelligence just for us in ONPASSIVE and no one else. And the best of all of this is it is going to be the lowest price anywhere on the internet. So let's have a look at our products and services. Here in front of you, we've got 20, okay? There's actually going to be around about 50, okay? But just for the purpose of this slide presentation, we've got 20 in front of you here. Now, I'm not going to explain all of these here. I'll explain a couple, but if you want to in your own time, you can pop over to onpassive.com and you can select any of these products, go into them, look at the FAQs, and it will tell you exactly what each of these products and services is going to do for you as a founder and the customers who will be buying these products from ONPASSIVE. But let's have a look at a couple, okay? Academy there on the top left-hand side. This is our e-learning center. Now, this is where everybody from schools, colleges, universities, businesses, small companies will be hosting their training modules, their business suites, their courses, everything to do with Academy. They will host it on here. And the best of all of it is anywhere on the globe can access it. You also get a completion certificate from ONPASSIVE for doing that course. And if you are a school, college, university, or a business, and you are certified, you will get a certificate from them as well for finishing the course. It's a bit like Open University if you're from the UK. The best of all of this is, though, if you use Academy, guess what? You get paid for using it. With Open University, we have to pay them to use it. ONPASSIVE will be paying you, the founder, and the customers to use their products and services. I'll get into that in a little while. The other one then is top right-hand side, staff. This is our HR department. This is everything to do with running a business, from clocking in, clocking out, timesheets, holidays, VAT returns, tax returns, everything that you would expect to see for running a business online is available with staff. And again, guess what? It's going to be better, cheaper, faster, easier usable than anything else you see online. With ONPASSIVE, there is a buzzword that you have to understand, and that is unlimited. There is no caps with ONPASSIVE. Everything is unlimited, and that includes your earning potential. There is nothing within ONPASSIVE that's not achievable if you want it to happen. Okay. So here we have some of the big names that we are going to be taking a market share from. They are huge. The likes of Google, Zoom, Gmail, Aweber, GoDaddy, just to name a few that are on here. Okay, you're probably thinking right now, well, why would I move from these massive companies to ONPASSIVE? I use all of this stuff right now and it doesn't cost me a penny. So why should I move over to ONPASSIVE? Well, because of monetizing. Every single one of these companies I've just mentioned here are multi-billion-dollar companies. Why are they multi-million-dollar companies right now? Because they monetize their products. Google monetize it for their advertising. Gmail monetize it because once you get over a certain amount of emails, you have to pay for it. GoDaddy, you have to pay for the domain names. And Zoom, what we're on now. Zoom, 2 years ago, was valued at about $32 million. It is now worth $132 billion. It is larger than ExxonMobil in the States. How many people do you think use Zoom on a daily basis? 300 million people use Zoom on a daily basis. And you're probably thinking, I don't pay for Zoom, it's free. Well, how the hell did they get that $139 billion? Because they monetize it. The platform, we are using one of their products now. We pay $15 a month for it. ONPASSIVE, the company, who have a room that has a size of 20,000 people, pay over $8,000 per month to have that. With ONPASSIVE, one price, unlimited. So what do you think that the likes of these companies who are paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on a monthly basis are going to do when they can get a far superior product that is user-friendly, that has higher definition visuals, and is cheaper and makes their life easier? What are they going to do? They're going to come over to us. And the best of all it is we will physically be paying you, the founder, and customers to use our products and services in the future. So one of the ways I mentioned before was traffic. Now, traffic is an integral part of anything online and offline. Now, I'll give you the example of what Charles Osong gives of a restaurant and why traffic is so important. Now, if you already have a business, you understand about traffic. If you don't, this is how traffic online and offline works. If you're a restaurant and you have your restaurant in a busy shopping center or shopping mall, if you're in the States, you have footfall that go past your place day in, day out. Okay, so you are going to get customers stopping at your door. Now, if I have exactly the same restaurant, same chef, same menu, same price, but it's round the corner in a back alley, guess what? I haven't got traffic. Footfall is traffic. And the only way I will get that footfall traffic is by what? Advertising. This is what ONPASSIVE is going to do, not only for you, for your own domain and website, but also for other businesses as well. So if you have a legitimate, viable business and it is above board, you will be able to host this on ONPASSIVE and make use of their traffic service that they will have within their arsenal and ecosystem. But here's one better. We are going to have a thing called targeted traffic. So what is targeted traffic? Targeted traffic is when we target people that are actively looking for one of our products and services. Now, you already know this, but you don't know that you know it. And what I mean by this is when you go online shopping, we'll say for a washing machine, you go to Google, you go to Amazon, you go to any shop, it doesn't really matter. You stick in your washing machine, okay, you might even buy it, you might be just looking, it doesn't really matter. But when you go back to any social media platform, guess what pops up all down that right-hand side? Adverts for washing machines. It's like, how do they know I was looking for a washing machine? This is artificial intelligence working behind the scenes and knowing what people are actively looking for. ONPASSIVE has exactly the same tools. They are integrated into our products and services, and we will target every single person who is actively looking for one of our products and services. And one of the ways we're going to do it is by use video marketing. Everyone loves visuals. We do. We're using slides here because we know people love visuals. So one of the marketing methods, we're obviously going to use all the traditionals of email campaigns. We're going to use TV, radio, papers. We're going to be using all social media as well. But the main one we're going to be using is video marketing. And we're going to use high quality videos that with intelligent formats, super easily friendly interface that's easy to share. And we're going to target that audience that is going to be looking for our products and services. So let's have a little recap of where we are so far with what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing. It is a fun solution for any cause. That means you can use it for anything you want. There is no qualifications. There is nothing you have to do. You can just join, sit back, and when the company launches, then they will get to work on your behalf. You will also get immediate payment. There is no qualification periods. You don't have to wait. Some places you go to, you only get paid on a Friday or once a month or once you've hit this target or that target. No, with ONPASSIVE, if it is in your account, you can withdraw it daily, twice daily, 3 times daily. It's entirely up to you. Not only that, you can withdraw it directly into your bank account. You can use cryptocurrency and many other means as well, depending on your country. It's all of this is done by using top marketing, all done for you, hands-free and 100% automated. How cool is that? You don't even have to do anything, because they're going to guarantee visitors and sign-ups using breakthrough products for the automation of your financial freedom, plus a lot more. So Richard Branson once said, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not so sure you can do it, just say yes and then learn how to do it. Now, we put this up right now because the window of opportunity to become a founder is closing very shortly. Our CEO, Ash Mufarah, has a figure in his mind of how many founders he wants. We are sat right now at around about 735,000 founders. I don't know what that figure is, but the one thing I do know is the day that we launch to the world, and that is coming up very, very shortly, there will be no more founders position. That's it. Doesn't matter how much you're going to pay for it, it is over. So how much is it going to cost you right now to become a founder? It's going to cost you $97 to become a founder. That's around about 70 quid if you're in the UK. Call it a meal for two to change your life for the future. Remember, your actions today will have an impact in your life in 2 years' time. So we really do encourage you to take that leap of faith, trust the person who has invited you here, and join us as a founder. The best of it all is it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you don't believe me on that, you can also pay by Visa or MasterCard, and then you're covered by the Visa and MasterCard guarantee. There is one more payment to make out of pocket, and I'll get to that in a little while. So where are we now then with ONPASSIVE? ONPASSIVE is going to provide a platform to those with a business so that they can become more successful. If you don't have a business, the likes of me and many other people, in fact, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in ONPASSIVE, we provide to those that have no business or success online. We've all been there, okay? A complete plug and play system that will guarantee your success. And the best of it all is 100% automated. You don't have to do anything. And we do all this because we seek to help to attain the abundance online by using our artificial intelligence. So now we're going to have a quick look at the models that you see online right now and offline as well, and why we are so different to what you are used to seeing. Most things you see online and offline are based on competition and conflict. We've all been there. You have salesman of the week, you have targets to hit before you can get either any bonuses or next level up. You have things that you have to sell. We all hate that and nobody likes it, okay? 97% of things end up being a scam. We've all been there. You pay once, you promise this, and then they say, oh, but if you upgrade to this, you'll get this. And then you 2 months down the line, not earned a penny, you pay again and again, and you end up walking away because you can't afford it anymore. Or worst of all, you wake up one morning, guess what? It's gone. Run off with all your money. They turn into a money pit. You keep on paying, requires selling and recruiting. We all hate that. Tools are normally obtained separately. There's never any guarantees. And they pit marketers against each other, which is horrible. And the worst of all is the compensation plan is normally based on your own efforts. With ONPASSIVE, it's completely different. Everything is based on mutual benefit. The more I help you, the more you succeed, and the more I succeed. And the most important thing is the more the company succeeds. So it is a win-win-win for everybody. It's a real business. I showed you the offices. We're registered. We're legitimate. We're legal. We have real products. They are digitally in-demand products right now. All the products and services, and there's over 50 of them in ONPASSIVE, the amount of people that use them on a daily basis around the world is around about 4.4 billion people. We are tapping into this market. We have real people behind all of this. Our support staff is real people. And when we launch, we will have a phone-in service in your own country, in your own language. But for now, it's all email, but it's all backed by real people. Completely self-funding. You pay twice out of pocket. Once to become a founder, once when we launch to the world. And that is estimated to be between 200 and 250 US dollars. Once you pay for those, there is no out-of-pocket payment again. We will be paying you to use our products and servicing. All the marketing is done for you. All the recruiting is done for you. Every tool needed for your success is included in this price. And it is the lowest price that you will see anywhere on the globe. It comes with a full 30-day money-back guarantee. Marketers only complete for themselves. There is no other person can tell you what to do. It is up to you. And all of this comes with a revolutionary breakthrough compensation plan that nobody else has seen before. You will see it just before we launch to the world. Ashmu Farah said everybody in the near future will use something from ONPASSIVE, whether they come from the tools or the services, the benefits, communications, or connections, they will have a reason to come to ONPASSIVE. Guys, we have residual bills, so why not make a residual income to pay for those residual bills? We are going to be so far ahead of the curve because of artificial intelligence. And you're probably thinking right now, so what difference does AI mean right at the moment? Cast your mind back to the early days of the mobile phone. When they first came out, they were like bricks, and it was Motorola and Nokia, okay, and other companies like that. Who have we got now? We've got Samsung and we've got Apple. There was nothing wrong with those phones back then, but somebody's come along who have done it better and cheaper, more user-friendly. The same with the internet. The first company that brought all the products and services together was Microsoft. Now look at Microsoft. They brought out a thing called Microsoft Office. Can you imagine being a founder in Microsoft? People thought they were crazy, but look what they have done. ONPASSIVE is bringing over 50 products and services into one place, under one roof, for that one payment. And you have the chance to be a founder in it right now. Can you imagine having the opportunity to be a founder of Microsoft, where before that launched to the world? Let's have a look at the search engines. Back in the day, it was Ask Jeeves, AOL. Now it is Google, because Google have done it better, cheaper, easier to use. ONPASSIVE is doing exactly this with all of these digital products and services right now. And people will be flocking to use us because we are new, we are revolutionary, and we are better and cheaper. So let's recap then. Our system effortlessly builds your team and grows your business by providing unlimited rotators, fresh websites that change daily, and destination pages that automatically send traffic to your site. They're seamlessly going to review it, convert them, and join them under you without you having to do a thing, by using artificial intelligence. Let's have a look then at the growth of ONPASSIVE. It has been nothing short of phenomenal. Okay, we started in July of 2018, and by the January of 2019, we're at 10,000. Let's leapfrog forward now to one whole year. Okay, we are now at 56,000. Okay, we have gone up 46,000 in 1 year. Let's go forward 6 months to the June, 90,000. We have done in 6 months what we did in a whole year. Let's go forward 3 months to September. We've just done what we did in 6 months in 3 months. Then it started going completely crazy. Around 2,000 to 3,000 people per day have been coming into ONPASSIVE since September of last year. And we are now at 735,000 founders. Okay, you have got the opportunity to join us right now as a founder. Now, I've put this picture here of a unicorn here on the bottom left-hand side to show you that we are going to be a unicorn company. Now, a unicorn company is a company that has a turnover of $1 billion. There's plenty out there, guys. The likes of all the big names I've been talking about, which is Google, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft. They're all multi-billion-dollar companies. What ONPASSIVE is going to do is going to do it within their, not only their first year, but within their first month of launching to the world. No other company has ever, online or offline, ever done that to you online before. You have still got the chance to become a founder at $97 to be part of this new unicorn company. So what are you going to get as a founder? You're going to get exclusive access to our very own Go Founders back office. This is where all the founders hang out. There is a community in there. You can chat to people. It has bespoke links just for you that you can share this with other people if you want to. But remember, you don't have to. But why not? Why not share this amazing opportunity with other people and get them on board? But remember, you do not have to, because the company are going to do it all for you. There's also old webinars that you can touch up on. We have a leadership council, plus a lot more. You're also going to get early access to use the products and services of ONPASSIVE before they're launched to the world. We're going to beta test these. We're going to try them out. We're going to try and break them and make sure they are fit for purpose for the wider community. We'll also get prioritized positioning within the company payment system, and we'll find out more about this when we launch to the world, plus a lot more. So let's just recap then exactly what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you. It is going to automate everything for you. They're going to do your advertising, your marketing, get you leads, signups. They're going to do your recruiting, build your team. And this is for your business or any other business, as long as it is approved by ONPASSIVE. Everything is done automatically on our own massive ecosystem that we call ONPASSIVE. So seize the opportunity, guys, and become a founder of ONPASSIVE. It's $97. Please get back in contact with the person who has given you this link to watch this presentation. Remember, guys, it comes with a risk-free 30-day money-back guaranteed. So even if you aren't satisfied and you don't like it, you can request a refund and you will get your money back. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this very short presentation on ONPASSIVE. I hope it has given you a little idea of what we are. Remember, you can go over to onpassive.com to learn far more about our products and services and what we actually are as well. Thank you very much, and over to you, Pete.
Well done, Red. That was a great presentation. Andy Burks there. There you go. I'm going to pass it over to Andy. Andy, if you want to open it up for questions and answers, and I will sort out the rest. Okay.
Okie doke. Hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, you got a good understanding of what ONPASSIVE is about. The reason I love it so much is because it's simple. I wanted to originally find leads for my business, so I tried putting together a capture page and a sales funnel, and I got completely and utterly confused. I found ONPASSIVE online, and it said it was going to be automated. Everything was going to be automated. And then after 4 months of not doing anything, I then realized that I'd made a huge mistake, and that ONPASSIVE was the last business I will ever need. It simplified, gives you a domain name, builds a website, drives traffic to that website, converts all of those customers that come onto that website, and you get a small commission for each and every one of those customers that fall underneath you. Now, why do I need anything else? Well, I don't. It's as simple as that. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you have any questions for us? Or has Red stunned you into silence? Stunned you into silence then. I do love Red's presentations. They're nice and easy to understand. And yes, it looks like everybody's been stunned to silence. And we don't have any questions in there at the moment. Are there any people that would like to put a question in the chat area? Lydia from Nigeria, I have a question to ask. She says, would you like to put that question in the chat, Lydia? No questions because it was fully understood. Excellent. I don't see any other questions, Peter.
I'm just reading at the chat at the moment.
When it's the registration ending, because someone like me still believing God for money to do the registration. Okay.
My question is, when is the registration ending?
In other words, what they're hoping to do is to find a way of being able to pay the initial foundership. We've had several people here that have tried various different avenues of being able to afford or pay for the initial $97 to join and become a founder. And one lady, I believe she was in Thailand, perhaps no, India, basically sold goods at the side of the street for 3 weeks in order to raise the $97. If you're really struggling, then perhaps you can get back in touch with the person that introduced you here. But realistically, in order to get registered as a founder and take advantage, you need to find that $97. If you use a card, it's an extra $5, which is 102 in total. Are there any other questions? Well, this is an easy job, Peter. Red's done his bit.
He did such a good
Disappeared
presentation as usual. Let's bring on a few other founders who are obviously been in a while. They can give us their views and what they think, and it might help some people to understand what we're doing and what we're trying to share. Let's have Victor. Can you unmute yourself, Victor, and introduce yourself and say a few words for us?
Yeah, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Victor Gumalade from London, United Kingdom. Yeah, I joined ONPASSIVE, that was August 27, 2020. And initially, I wasn't looking for any online opportunity anymore because in the past, I've been wounded. Some of my people have been wounded. I used to be a motivational speaker. I'm still a motivational speaker. I traveled to so many parts of the world giving inspirational speeches. And along the line, I, dabble into online businesses just to complement, my income because I don't travel all the time. So I was doing those businesses, and unfortunately, they went down the drain after a few years. I made fortune. Some of my people made fortune, but the people that joined later lost their hard-earned income. And because of that, in order for me to protect my reputation, I said to myself, I'm not going to do all those stuff anymore. But as God would have it, I was just going through my one of my motivational speeches on YouTube, and this video just popped up. The video was made by Redfern and Roger Peters. So, and that is why I always tell people that ONPASSIVE for me is a God sent, because how on earth that video just came up that very night. I listened to it from the beginning to the end. It was everything I was looking for. An opportunity, a great company that caters for the 97% of people that failed online. It has never been done before, and I don't think it will ever be done again. That very night, I became a co-founder straight away because I don't want to miss it. Unfortunately, that very week, I was opportune to attend one of the private webinar, with Ashman Farley, our CEO. I listened to him from the beginning to the end. His vision, his dream was so contagious because that was what I was looking forward to do. At age 12, I lost my parents. And at that point in time, I told myself I'm going to be a world changer. So how can someone that lost his parents be a world changer? I was so determined. I was so ferocious. And I said, for this to happen, because my mother used to be a giver, used to help a lot of people. And I said, I want to carry on, with her legacy. So that was when I decided that, I will do everything I can to change the world, even if I cannot change everything, but to change the life, to make the life of people better. And I started, talking even at the very young age. So I came to, UK, and I always love to talk, to inspire people. That has been my passion. I worked as a rate officer for the first, 13 years. I was living from out to mouth, from patient to patient. And I just discovered that why can't work on my passion, which is motivational speaking. And that was how I started, speaking. And from there, my motivational speaking career, went through the roof, traveling around the whole world, living, from that earning that I earned from motivational speaking. So when I came across ONPASSIVE, it was a game changer for me, because a company that would do everything for us, advertise for us, uh, bring customers for us, build our customer base for life. And the only work we have to do is just, to enjoy the oranges and the apples that the company is making for us. No company has ever done that in the history of internet. And when I look at the products, they are phenomenal, they are proprietary, they are a viable product that people are using right now today. But ONPASSIVE has integrated all these products together. So the customers are already there. It's just to change from one company to ONPASSIVE, because every company wants to save cost. Every customer wants to save cost. And when you have a company that is giving extra values to them, it's a no-brainer. So I want to encourage all our viewers, all our new people, all our co-founders. I encourage you to take this company to the next level, share it with others. Because at the end of the day, when we go live, the opportunity to become a co-founder will be closed for life. You don't want to regret it. You don't want to say, oh, my friend, I should have told you, but I forgot. So this is the time, the window of opportunity is still there to reach out to others, to help them. That is my mission, to help a lot of people around the whole world, both in Africa, Europe, Asia, wherever that have people. There are people dying of hunger. There are people that don't have place to live. This is an opportunity for us, a vehicle to use to change their lives. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be here. I thank Ashman Farah. I pray for his family. I pray for everybody, all our leaders, every day. So thank you so much. I encourage all our new people that have not joined. Right now, go back, and go back to the person that introduced you to ONPASSIVE and make sure you become a co-founder. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. Excellent. You always do it. You always nail it. Yeah, we've got a question in the chat. Linda's question is, when is the registration going to end? If leaders can clarify on that. Who would like to answer that? Andy, do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, we we are currently in pre-launch, as you probably well know. Ash has mentioned that the OFounders website, in other words, the gofounders.net is moving across to the ONPASSIVE website, and that will be done around about the 4th of July. We expect, and I stress expect, that we should have some products to play with within July. And from there, we're expected to have a short period of time, maximum 90 days, in soft launch before it launches to the world. So this will be this year, but hopefully it'll be early part of this year, not latter part of this year. So August, September, something like that. But this is conjecture and speculation. So based on what Ash has told us so far, we expect that to be able to start playing with products after we've got the ofounders.net. Hopefully that helps, Peter.
Okay. Is anybody else got any questions? If you've got a question, if you just want to either put your hand up or unmute yourself and introduce yourself and ask your question, you know, there's obviously quite a few leaders here that'd be willing to answer it for you. Don't be shy. Obviously, if there's no more questions, and then we can finish the presentation. Got to be somebody. He's done such a good job, Red has.
He always does, Peter. That's the thing. Just to say too, to any new people here, you're very lucky because you haven't a big time frame to wait on like the rest of us. Some of us have been on a very long time. So you're getting on now just as we're coming up to the last roll of the dice, really, so to speak. You know what I mean? We're basically months away, a few short months. So you're very fortunate that, you know, that way. So I would just say to you to get onto that because it's massive.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick. Anybody else for anything? Any of the leaders want to say anything before we finish?
Word, Pete, if you don't mind.
Kevin, yeah, speak up.
Always good to be with you guys, hanging out with the UK Ireland bunch. Excellent presentation as always, Red. And you know, I'm here because of leadership. I got online about 12 years ago, and I got real fortunate. I met a guy who was doing it right, ethical and honest, and he showed me how to do it right. And the only problem with doing it right is it takes time. And most people, you know, don't either have the time or can't take the time. But I learned a lot. I have a little problem with implementation. And here along comes ONPASSIVE, and it's fully automated. So it totally caught my eye. It's what I need. I know myself well enough that I'll eventually get it done, but it's going to take me a while. Okay. And you know, what we have here is a gift, plain and simple. Ash has put together a team that has built a you know, dozens of products that are currently being used, and we got a market of about 5 billion people that are looking for exactly what we're looking for. Something Alan pointed out to me the other day, you know, we don't have to be professional marketers. We don't, all we need to know how to do is point to a presentation send somebody to a presentation. And that's if you want to share it, because you don't have to even do that if you don't want to. The reason we share this opportunity is because we want to put it in front of as many people as possible, because this is something that should not be missed, but it's not required. But what Alan pointed out to me, there are, you know, tens of thousands of professional marketers out there that are using our products and services, and they're paying thousands of dollars for them every month. And they're going to be able to walk away from all that stuff and come over to ONPASSIVE. And I think if I was not a founder yet, I would definitely want to be a founder and get in front of that alone. And then we have the influencers, the guys with the big accounts on the YouTubes, you know, and 10 million followers. And those guys are, you know, they're becoming too. So this 4.72 billion internet user pool that we'll be pulling from is massive. The one thing, like you see behind me, think bigger. I would invite you to think bigger, because this is, I've been online for 12 years. I don't call myself a marketer by any stretch of the imagination, but I've seen a lot. And I work with a guy who's been doing it for 23 years, and he hasn't seen anything that even comes close to this. It's a gift. Don't want to miss it for $97. It's a steal. I hope that helps.
Fantastic.
Always a pleasure to be hanging out with you guys. You know you're my favorite.
Cheers, Kevin, mate.
Kevin, that was brilliant. Thank you.
You're a gentleman.
Okay. Obviously, just to answer a question in the chat, this webinar is recorded. It's put on the UK and Ireland's Facebook group. So yeah, you can share this by all means. It's an open webinar, so you can share it in the public and share it to your prospects if you've got people that you want to share it with. If anybody's got any other questions, please speak up now. If not, I'm going to close it down and we'll finish there. Anyone for anyone? Gotta be somebody.
Tell you we're the best. That's why Kevin said we're the best. You
Hey,
know what I mean?
Peter, I'll piggyback on Kevin. Kevin is so right about what he said, but I only think it's just beginning to come to people's minds how historical this journey is going to be. Not just for us, because we won't see the end of this. This is going to go on and on and on. And it is such a wonderful thing that we have to pass down through our generations to allow them to have the kind of lives that we dreamed of. God bless everyone, especially Ash. Ash has given us the childhood dream again. So chase that rainbow, find the end of it, because it's coming.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. That's brilliant.
Peter, just a little closing statement. I think a lot of people don't really understand or may not envision this. We are 730,000 founders so far. This is still less than 1% of the first year's customer base. Let that sink in. The first year's customer base. We anticipate taking on over 100 million customers in our first year. We are less than 1%.
Makes you think that, doesn't it? Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you for attending, obviously, the UK and Ireland webinar. This is on every Wednesday, same time, 7 o'clock UK time. So if you've got people that you want to share it with, by all means, bring them along to the webinar, and we'll do do our bit to try and help you get your team up and running. It will be recorded, as I said. It'll be on our Facebook group. As Andy has already said in the chat, it's on the YouTube channel, which is the co-founders non-passive Ireland and UK and Ireland new channel group. Channel recorded. Nobody else there. No, I think that's it. I think if you are a person who's been invited along to this, please get back to the person who's invited you, and they will give you more information and obviously, take you in the right direction. Anything else you want, Andy?
No, thank you, Peter. Thank you, Red. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. Thank you to all our guests. Please, if you do have any questions that you can think of, please visit our Facebook group and let us know. We're here to help. If you're trying to build your team, we're here to help. If you have questions, we're here to help. That's what the UK and Ireland leadership team is here for. So please just get in touch.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. I enjoy being with you guys.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you all. We'll see you again, and we'll see you the same time next Wednesday.
Thanks,